start with a big breaking update coming in. Today is day 12th of the war. In fact, there's a big update that is coming from the United States. They have given the update on the ongoing military action on Iran. The dismantling of the Iran's missile production capabilities is now underway as B-2 bombers have dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs on Iran sites there. On the target, we're learning are the missile production capabilities. Remember, in the last 12 days, on the focus of Israel as well as US has been the nuclear capability, the missile launchers. But here on the screen, you can see on the target of US has been the missile production capabilities that is now underway as B-2 bombers have dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs on these locations. In fact, that's a statement that is coming in from a White House that the US military is moving to dismantle Iran's missile production capability and infra. On that, let me go across to consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary. Good morning, Srinjoy. In the last few days, we have seen how US as well as Israel, they have targeted nuclear capabilities, missile launchers, and now we are learning that on the target and in the last few hours, US has targeted the missile production infra. In fact, they have said that B-2 bombers have dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs on these missile sites. Give us more information on this.
First of all, the main threat to Israel, to the American bases in the Gulf, and to the friendly countries of America and Israel are the missiles. Because as the Americans themselves say, the Iranian Navy has been neutralized. The Iranian Air Force has been neutralized. So what is left are the Iranian missiles and the Iranian drones. Now, the Iranian drones are very effective. They've even given lots of drones to the Russians. These kamikaze drones have been used by the Russians in the war against Ukraine. But the missiles, whether it's short range, whether it's intermediate range, all of them are with Iran. And in the past, the Americans have said, Trump himself has said, they have destroyed 80% of the missiles. Now, that still leaves you another 20%. And these missiles have the capability of hitting Israel, of hitting all these countries and all these bases. We've already seen casualties, civilian, military. We've already seen destruction. So the primary objective that the Americans have is to destroy Iran's missile capability. Now, what is the way of doing it? If you are going to use B-2 bombers, then it's important because they are going to fly in from Diego Garcia and hit the Iranian missile sites and the missile manufacturing factories. So whatever is known to the Americans and the Israelis about where the factories are, where the sites are, they are the clear targets. And this is what the Americans are saying, that look, we now are going to hit the Iranian missile capabilities. We have in the past and we will do it again, but at this point we have done it.
Absolutely, because in the last 12 days, US has said that they have targeted as many as 5,000 sites there in Iran, and one of their objectives is to dismantle Iran's military infra as well. I'll come back to you, Srinjoy, once again. Let's listen into what White House press secretary has to say on this.
The Iranian terrorist regime's ability to respond has rapidly declined. Now, the U.S. military is moving to dismantle Iran's missile production infrastructure. Our incredible B-2 bombers recently dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs on deeply buried missile sites. The Iranian terrorist regime's ability to respond has rapidly declined. Now, the U.S. military is moving to dismantle Iran's missile production infrastructure. Our incredible B-2 bombers recently dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs on deeply buried...
For more on this, let me go across to Lieutenant General Vishnu Chaturvedi. Thanks so much, sir, for connecting with us and giving your time. How do you look at this escalating situation between Israel, US and Iran? We have been seeing attacks after attacks. Several Gulf countries have also been involved in this. Despite issuing apology, these countries continue to be attacked. There are several objectives that US said that they have as far as Iran is concerned, and now the focus is on dismantling the missile capabilities of the country. Your take on this?
It's very well analyzed by Sanjay. The aim of any aggressor, in this case it's US and Israel both, is always to hit at the war waging capability of the enemy. And that is what they are going to do now. The Americans are capable of it, though of course a lot of perception building, narrative building takes place. And you want to lower the morale of the enemy. These may be part of that, but definitely US has the capability of penetrating bombs, bunker busting bombs, and they will hit at the production capabilities of Iran for making missiles. They have a stockpile that of course is getting expanded every day, but further production of these missiles, they will like to put an end to it. Presently what I see is total degradation of the capabilities of Iran. Of course, both sides are suffering. Iran is reasonably a good military capability they do have, basically ballistic missiles. Their air defense capability is gone, and that is why the air of both, the Air Force of both Israel and US will have a free run on these production capabilities where they will be hitting. Also, what you say, except the ballistic missiles and the Republican Guards, there's not much. I see it in another 7-8 days, the capabilities will definitely reduce furthermore. Though, of course, Israel has suffered a lot. The Gulf countries have suffered a lot. But ultimately, as far as the military balance is concerned, I think the US and Israel definitely have an edge.
Absolutely, because just 2 days back, Donald Trump has said that Navy and Air Force of Iran have been completely destroyed. In fact, in the last 12 days, as many as 5,000 targets have been hit in Iran. Iran has also hit back not just at the US bases, but at several places across the Gulf countries as well. Thank you so much, sir, for getting us all those details and perspective on this. We have another breaking update coming in as far as the West Asia war is concerned. Iran continues to strike UAE. We're learning that Iranian missiles have been intercepted. Iranian drones have been intercepted as well. Air defense system has intercepted drones, and that's a statement that is coming from UAE, and they have said that its air defense system were trying to intercept missile and drones launched from Iran after Iran said that it has fired a new salvo against US targets in the region. So US targets are on the target of Iran. The war between Iran and Israel continues to widen with the new attacks that are reported across West Asia. Gulf countries, including UAE, Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, have faced a fresh drone as well as missile barrage from Iran over the past few hours as well. Despite apologizing for the attacks in the last 12 days, now we can see, as you can see in the visuals as well, the attack on the Gulf countries continue. We'll give you more updates on this on day 12th of the war in West Asia. With this, we're taking a very short break. We'll be right back with more news and updates on the other side.